everybody, and welcome back to another Minecraft Survival Let's Play episode. My name is Ramses. Let's get started. So, first thing I want to say is, I got a little bit of a headache today, and I don't have a whole lot of time to record this episode, so this is probably going to be a pretty simple episode. What I think I want to do is work on kind of the outside area around our house. I started doing a little bit already. I started repairing the path over here and repairing the nether portal, getting all that evil out of here. And then the other thing that I started doing already was building these little like rock formations up around the water, and like instead of having dirt at the bottom of the water, putting like rocks and mossy cobblestone and some sugarcane around. Just little things to hopefully make this place look just a little bit nicer. You see I've got like this nice little like stream. This is where that lava pool used to be that we mined out a while ago. And I made like a little, I don't know, I guess you call this like a grotto or something. Like, here, we can actually go in there and look. It's just a little area where the water goes down. I don't know if I might dig it even further back so that it gets like really black and dark back there and you can't really see the end, but maybe, we'll see. For right now, I'm going to leave it like it is. Yeah, I want to build more stuff that looks a little bit like this, though. And then the other thing that I want to do is connect our path that's over here that goes to another portal. Maybe build some more path to come underneath here and then around here to connect up with our rail line. I think it'd be good to have a path that goes that way. So that's what I want to work on. Basically just like terraforming and stuff like that. So we're going to need, you can see some of the blocks. I'm going to plan on using some andesite, smooth stone, cobblestone slabs, gravel. Occasionally we'll use some of the moss stone. And some of these leaves and things like that. So yeah, lots of grays, like a mix of different grays. I won't use any of the stone bricks or like cracked or mossy stone bricks that we're using in our house right here, because that is like a building, whereas this stuff, or like andesite and stone, those can be like natural formations. So let's go. Actually, I spent some time collecting some vines in case we need to make more moss stone, because I actually don't know how much we still have. But yeah, let's actually come and look downstairs and maybe get some supplies. Right, so here we are. I threw some stuff in my inventory. Oh, the other thing I'm missing, I just realized it. I was about to show you guys. I'm missing, you get some dark oak leaves, I suppose. Well, I'll also grab some oak leaves. Just get a little bit of both. Don't know which I'm going to use yet, but I'll grab them both. But other than that, yeah, I brought some grass with me, some cobblestone, andesite, smooth stone, glowstone, leaves. That should be just about everything we need. If we want to do the path, we'll also eventually have to come back and get some like oak wood fences and oak slabs, but we can do that after we've kind of made a shape for the path. So for the time being, this is good enough for me. Let's actually head out there and start working. So right now, I am just kind of loosely making a little bit of path, and then later I'll come through and actually add all the other like blocks I want. I will get rid of all these torches while I'm here, because this is not where I'm going to grow trees anymore, and I really probably don't even need all these torches to grow trees anyway. I just like doing that, I suppose. So whatever. Ooh, I can fill this in while I'm here as well. But it is getting dark, so just a second here, I should probably sleep. But what I am doing right now is I'm just kind of coming through and trying to just make the path look kind of natural and windy. Trying not to work too much in straight lines, you know. I like when I'm making these paths to work at diagonals as much as I can, because it kind of forces you to make something that doesn't quite look so straight and narrow. Now what I'm doing is I'm coming through and I'm kind of using my shovel to muddy up the edges a little bit and just add a little bit of, you know, other onto it, making sure that it's not quite as clean of an edge, just little details here and there. And then I think what I probably want to do next, I will throw these in my offhand and start peppering in some, but yeah, and I thought I would now kind of come through and just add a couple of these little bits of moss stone here and there to kind of make it look well, kind of like what we did before. This is just like the accenty like block that I decided to use here and there to liven things up a bit. And this is actually one of my favorite things to do in Minecraft. It's part of the reason I'm having a hard time talking and focusing right now, is that one of my favorite things to do in this game actually is stuff like this, where I just, you know, add nice little like natural details and things. So what I think the next thing I want to do is go through and do lighting. And I'm going to start over here. Actually, I'm going to go look about how often I was placing lights before. Also, I think that I was using a different leaf. This is spruce leaves, so maybe I guess I should try to use spruce leaves over here. Yeah, I guess our path uses spruce. I didn't even realize that, actually. Also, I'm going to put that there, because there's a hole missing in our path. Anyway, yeah, let me actually go grab... Well, I'll place the glowstone first. But then I'll start going to try find some spruce leaves. So yeah, I'm just coming through and I'm digging 2 down and then placing a glowstone, and then later I'll come back through and I'll actually place the leaves on top of it. And I'm trying to be, you know, I'm trying to make this random and nice. I'm not trying to follow any kind of pattern. I want to make sure that I get them at, you know, often enough that that's a little too far. There we go. I want to make sure I get them often enough that the path is relatively well lit up, but also it doesn't need to be perfect. It shouldn't be perfect. So the big problem I'm going to run into, though, is actually over here. I think this is the first one I place, and I need to try to... Oh, no, this one is. I need to try to find maybe one more place over here somewhere to do it, but the problem is... Everything is we're directly on top of our AFK fish farm, and I can't dig that far down, so I might just have to have a little bit less light here. I'm not sure. By the way, there's a couple things I didn't really mention to you guys. One of them is that I now have 2 pickaxes. I've got the one we're used to, and I do have a silk touch pick as well. I enchanted it at the blaze farm that we built recently, which is pretty cool. So I did add a silk touch pick with mending and everything. I had another mending book, and actually I still have one more that I just got because I've been doing some more AFK fishing over here. But yeah, that means that we can actually harvest smoothstone now, which is great. I'm actually very, very excited about that. The other thing that you'll notice when I was doing that is that, I don't know if you can see it, it happened really quickly, but I have a different texture for my my damage on like the block. It used to be rainbow, and I've updated my texture pack a little bit, and now it's that cool black gray look. It still looks a little strange to me. I'm not quite used to it, but it's cool. So yeah, I found some more spruce leaves, which is evidently what we were using on the path before, so I'd like to keep that consistent. Let's actually go through and place these on top of all the glowstone we just placed. This is one of my favorite techniques for lighting like path-like areas outside. Is this glowstone underneath the leaves like this? I think it looks really quite cool. I think it's a really creative way of doing it, and I just think it's a really cool effect. So, yeah. I think our next step should probably be, I don't know. Maybe we can come through. I mean, let's go look at our other path and see what that looks like for any kind of, you know, inspiration. It looks like we use the moss stone a little bit more on this path. And the other thing we did is we have occasional coarse dirt. So I'm thinking maybe we should go find ourselves some coarse dirt and maybe even replace a few of the grass patches back in the in like the middle of things, you know? You know, just little things like this. Oh good, it's actually getting dark right now, and I'm actually a little bit excited about that, because it means we actually get to see this path at night and see the way that it looks, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to do the coarse dirt yet because I'm going to have to make some. But one thing I did think we could do is place some of these around. I don't know if these actually make any sense. I just always thought they, you know, actually kind of looked nice, you know? They look like a nice little thing to do. I'm trying to even out this walk a little bit more so we can actually get up it pretty easy. Yeah, there we go. Okay. But yeah, just these nice little and oftentimes I like to place them in little twos diagonal to each other, or sometimes just one, or yeah, but oftentimes these little on the diagonals like that, just little things. I think it's a good addition to the, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, guys. Similarly, when I'm placing these, I don't tend to like to place them just as one. I like to place them as two, and I especially like to place them on little corners and stuff like that. Just things that help give the path some shape, but also just some kind of organic looking shape, I've got zombies chasing me. I mean, I can't kill this zombie, but I'm realizing that I should probably sleep, because now that I've seen this place with the light off, that's good enough for me. I don't need anything more. So I don't really want to have to be dealing with mobs while I'm doing this. There's a pig standing on my bed as I'm sleeping. I think it's Harold. Yeah, it's Harold. Sorry, buddy. Sorry you're still a pig. We're gonna have to find a way to turn you back into a human. A human. Anyway, we have to watch out for creepers now, because there was probably some creepers that spawned, so keep your eye out for me, I guess. I'm sure, not that you're going to be able to tell me, but wow, a very large slime spawned up there. Wait, and now it looks like he just disappeared. Did you guys see that? I saw him for a second. I'm not sure if you guys saw him, but he, disappeared. I did find a creeper, but it shouldn't be too hard to kill him. I am going to go on a little bit of a mob hunt right now, just so that I don't have to deal with these guys. Oh, he's coming after me. Yep, too bad, kid. Yeah, I think the next thing we really need is some coarse dirt. I think that's really the last step for this path, and then we can start working on some other stuff around it. Maybe we'll get some bone meal and build up some stuff around it, but for the time being, we need to make ourselves some coarse dirt. And I'm pretty sure, I don't think I have any saved up, but maybe I've got some more that I held on to, so I'll look around, but if not, then we'll have to make some. So, for those who didn't know, the recipe for coarse dirt is like this. You can find it in your thing, though, so. My inventory is very full. I should probably drop some of this stuff off. Oh. So yeah, now I'm just coming through, and I'm adding a little bit of the coarse dirt in here to vary it up a little bit. I often like to work, I didn't mean to make that a path block. I wanted to keep it as, grass block. So anyway, I often like to work at diagonals and things like that in this way too. I don't like to just create two things next to each other. I like to put two things diagonal from each other, because then it doesn't feel like you're creating shapes in the in the design of it. I don't know if what I'm saying makes any sense. It's okay if it doesn't. I'm just trying to give hints, just little things that help me out with what I'm doing. I feel like this looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited about it. I do feel like, though, in our other ones, we used more moss stone. So I'm thinking maybe I'm going to throw some more moss stone in here in a couple places, just slightly more regularly. So I think what I want to do next then is continue working on terraforming around the place just a little bit. Let's see, how much I have to go look. It's been so long since we did this last. I want to see how much stuff I kind of added along the outside. Yeah, I definitely added some grass and stuff. So let's go get some bone meal. I think bone meal would be a good thing to do. And we haven't made a trip down to the skeleton farm in a while, so let's do that. I'm thinking a stack and a half of bone meal should be plenty. We still have, we don't have loads of bones in here because I haven't been AFKing here a lot lately. But I always can if I need more. We were getting loads before, so. And I haven't really been using them that frequently. But I could start using the bone meal more, honestly. There's times I feel like when I don't use it when I could, that would actually make things a little bit easier for me. So. But for the time being, let's throw in some bone meal in some of these areas. So the key to bone meal, what I've found anyway, so you click it and you see this gets really dense. They want to put stuff everywhere. And so what I like to do is I get rid of probably, I don't know, a good portion of of what they choose to add, especially if there's like, you know, two flowers right next to each other or something. I kind of just make it up. See, like that was way too much grass. I want to get rid of that flower. I don't want the grass to be too bunched up, so I have to get rid of usually quite a lot of it. And then every now and then make a too tall by clicking on it again, right? That's how you do that. So I think you can kind of get a feel for it. You just have to play it by ear, really. That's what I find. Is you just kind of play it by ear and make something that looks good to you. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you're the only person that you have to, like, you know, answer to, and you're the only person who really has to live in this world. I mean, unless you're playing on a server, in which case there are more people who have to play with you, and you should try to make things that look pretty. But also, like, the whole point of server play isn't that everything needs to look pretty. It's just that, you know, you work together and make cool stuff. But regardless, if you're trying to make something pretty, it's all about personal taste. There's not a right or wrong way to do it, you know? Whatever looks good to you, that's valid, you know? I'm going to sleep real quick because it's getting dark. But I'm being very serious right now. Whatever looks good to you, that is perfectly, that is a valid beauty, because beauty is entirely subjective. And so what you decide looks good, looks beautiful, looks well designed, if you think it is, then it is, at least to one person, and probably to more than one person, because if you think so, then probably someone else does as well. So I guess that's pretty much the end of my inspirational talk there. Sorry for getting on my soapbox here, but I just find so often that people have opinions on what is the right way to make something or the wrong way to make something, or what looks good and what doesn't look good. And what I find is that that's just not how things work. Different people will find different types of beauty in different things, you know? And that's okay. And different styles will appeal to different people more. And I mean, what I always say is that there's no accounting for taste. That's an old idiom. I'm not the one who made it up or anything, but it's true. There really is no accounting for people's taste, the things that, you know, they enjoy. It's always going to be different, you know? Which is just fine. It's fine by me, certainly. Well, what do we think? I think this looks I think that needs to be a too tall. And needs some more grass over here, but not over here. And that's a little too many flowers in this area. You know, get rid of some of the grass, maybe make that one too tall just because it gives some variation to it. I think that's looking pretty darn good. Oh, this area looks bare though. See, it's all just about looking like, oh, that doesn't look good, that does look good. You just use your instincts. Let's see. Does that look better? When we're walking down the path, we see it. Looks a little too full still. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't feel like I need any up on the hill right now, but I do want some in this area. Well, there we go. And it seems to match about the level of how much grass we have around this one. I think that actually looks pretty good. We've got a nice little bit of like terraform path area over here. We get to follow our little lit up path all the way, you know, over this little bump to provide some variation. I could have gotten rid of this, by the way. Like I thought about, I could take out all this grass right here, but I decided against it. I thought that will add some nice little like elevation and variation to our build. And then over here we get, you know, all the way to our little minecart system. I think that looks really cool. Okay, let's keep working on maybe building some stuff like up and around. Like I was talking about before, maybe making some rock formations. I was trying to figure out where I wanted to build some of those, you know, natural rocky formations, and I found this little area over here with some water, and I thought, hey, this is a pretty cool little place. What do we think about maybe actually making this look like an actual, you know, feature of the land instead of just, you know, randomly generated Minecraft land? So I was thinking, let's clean up this area a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer, and see what we can do here. I don't want to change the natural generation like the way it generated too much. I wanted to get some of the overhang away and stuff like that. But yeah, then the next thing that I would do is I would want to come through and get rid of this dirt right here and replace it with stone. And it won't just be stone. I'll have some other things that I'll throw in here too. But I like to start with like a palette to work from. You know, I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's typically what I like to do. I like to start from a place of actually I like that this goes down a little bit. So let's dig out some more here. It's kind of difficult to decide like how you want to do it. Okay, we'll get these bits right here. I know I'm digging away a little bit more dirt than I need. It's just because my shovel is actually so fast. It's almost too fast. Like I almost don't want efficiency on a shovel, because otherwise I end up digging like 12 blocks of dirt at a time. I think I just filled in that area I said I didn't want to fill in. I did, didn't I? That's okay. We can just go like that and fix it. Okay, then the next step that I would take care of is the places on the sides where there's dirt, because that doesn't look super good. So going here, here, places like this. Because I think that around the water it makes more sense to have some like rocky stuff like this. Alright, so I replaced a bunch of dirt with stone over here, and now what I want to do is I want to vary that texture. I want to come in and I want to break up some of that stone and add in things like andesite. That's a great one. I love andesite. Honestly, it might be one of my favorite blocks. And I've got a bunch of it, so I'll use it, you know, plenty. I'll use it generously. Just layer it in around here. Make it look all nice and pretty. Maybe a piece right here, and one right here, and one right here. And now let's switch it up, and let's add some gravel. That will vary the texture even more, because gravel's got all these like dark bits in it, so that will really help pop. Because andesite, like when you look at it from a distance, almost doesn't even look any different than stone. Like it takes a second to realize that you're like, you know, not looking at stone. So it's nice also to add things like, oh, that's already an andesite. Let's add some gravel there. Maybe we can even add some, you know, above the water too. This doesn't all have to be stone. Maybe some right there. See, this is already looking really, really cool. I really like this. Okay, and then the last bit, I don't have a lot of these. I can make some more if I need to, but maybe I don't need to. I just need to add, oh, that's not what I meant to add. I want to put these in my offhand. There we go. Add some moss stone around, just in a few places. We obviously don't need a ton of it. You know, just little places here and there. Oh, did I just run out? You're kidding me. Do I have any cobblestone on me? No, I only have cobblestone slabs. Well, that's lame, I guess. I guess that'll be gravel for now. I was going to put a moss stone there. But yeah, even already, just look at that. I think that looks really, really cool. And then from here, maybe let's play with the edges just a little bit, because maybe it looks a little bit strange that there's just this grass stacked on top of stone. So let's push some of this grass back just a little bit. And here is where the cobblestone slab comes into play, because this is what's honestly going to help us so much. We're going to come through, we're going to make just some choices here and there to add, basically like we're building up away from, you know, everything else, right? So, like, oh yeah, I'm really liking the look of this. Okay, let's add maybe a piece of andesite right there. And this is like, you know, the rock is kind of like, yeah, I don't know if what I'm saying is making sense to you guys right now. Here, let's also add a slab right there. Maybe even add a slab right there. I like that there's some grass. This grass looks out of place to me now, so I'm actually gonna move it. I do want to still have something there though, so I'll place an andesite right there, and probably like a piece of gravel right there. it's getting dark, so we should probably sleep before we actually look at this, because I don't like building in the dark, partially because I don't like dealing with mobs, and secondly because then I can't see. The only time I like building in the dark is when I'm building something that needs like a light source like this, and I'm going through and like actually putting in the light source. But if I'm just like doing regular building, then no way, man. I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Alright, where were we? We've got this nice little, like, on this side of our little pond, we've got some nice, like, rocky formation-y type things happening, which I like. I'm gonna... Oops, I keep clicking that wrong button on accident. Anyways, I'm gonna vary this up actually just a little bit more by adding in things like this, and then behind it we can just place more stone, like that. And that will actually give us just a little bit more difference in variation, which I think really helps. Similarly, I can actually, obviously I'll add in some stone or andesite right here, but then also, yeah, just a little bit of, it makes it look like rocky and like crumbly, and like there's, you know, like maybe a little bit of a rock slide that helped form this this pond here. You know, I'm just trying to add a little bit of realism and a little bit of, you know, I don't know, something to it. I think that at least for the time being, this looks really nice. I think that's really pretty. This looks like this nice, cool, like rocky formation right here. I'm actually loving that. Yeah, cool. Obviously, we can't see it super well, so maybe I'll take some of this grass right here. Maybe cut back that just a little bit. All this grass will spread back in, and this will all become green. In which case, let's actually add in just a... Well, that's a little bit more than I meant to go. I was going to say let's add in... where do I want to add? I want to add one there, so not... Yeah, but just adding a little bit more gray around, especially, I think, the gravel... Oh, there's 2 pieces of gravel there. Maybe a piece of stone there, and then absolutely add in some andesite right there. And that just, I mean, you know, who knows? Maybe it helps, maybe it doesn't. I'll also, to kind of ease things in just a little bit, maybe go like this. Oh, ooh, that looks good. Okay, so then from this side, I should make these not grass anymore. I should do andesite there and just regular smooth stone there. That looks pretty good. What about this right here? Does that look okay? What would it look like if I just threw in a slab right there? I feel like it means that one would need to go. What do I think of that? Yeah, I kind of like that. It looks a little bit awkward, but not too bad. In fact, actually, I will take away one more. And I will... I guess I didn't need to dig it up. The grass would spread. But that I think will look good. Yeah, look at that. Okay. This grass will spread in here, and you'll see kind of like this nice little, like, the rocks kind of fade away into here. Ooh, I like this. I think this looks really pretty. Honestly, I think it's probably prettier than what I did over there. Of course, there had, like, sugarcane and stuff as well. I guess we could add some sugarcane. Do you think so? Let's go look at this one and see, because I was still kind of deciding whether I liked the sugarcane over there or not. So I actually kind of want to go look over here and see, like, what do I actually think about that? One thing is that this one is a different color than the rest, and that looks kind of bizarre. And yeah, these ones are kind of an ugly color, not like the bright green color that one is. So I don't really know if I like the sugarcane, especially once it gets all tall, like, it's all the same height, and so it looks kind of awkward. Oh, I guess in the bottom of this one I did more cobblestone. Well, I've got cobblestone slabs, so I can do that again. Let's actually do a little bit more of that. In fact, I'm going to put the slabs in my offhand. And I love, by the way, when I'm doing stuff like this kind of building work, I love using my offhand. But yeah, ooh, yeah, just like a little bit more of this stuff right here. I think this is great. All right, I think, oh yeah, oh wait, we need, I guess one there and one there. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. It's not too dense, but not too sparse. And the rock formations up on the side are honestly, that's my favorite part of the whole thing. This whole episode, I think this is my favorite thing. I know I'm getting really excited about some rocks, but I think that looks really pretty. And it all just comes from mostly experimentation, you know? I put things down, I take things away. It's all about just trying to make it look natural and flowing. You don't want too many long, straight lines. You want to provide a lot of differentiation in it. And also think about what might naturally happen. Like, before, when we just had, like, grass on top of stone, and it was this awkward flat line, that didn't look very good. And so, you know, adding in this really helped, especially because of this hill up here. Like, on this side, it was a lot easier because we were only going up by, like, one block, you know, and it was just, this is the edge of the water. But on this side, it went up so steep that it really made sense for us to have kind of like a little, like, rock slidey kind of thing on that side of the river. Or, I guess it's not a river, but maybe one day, maybe that could be a fun project. We could actually make a river running through our base at some point. Maybe over there on that side. I don't really know. One thing I want to do soon as well is, I did sort of, this is sort of a river. It's like a little stream. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this sugarcane or not. I may get rid of it. I may keep it. For now, it's going to stay. I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. This one doesn't have any sugarcane, which I feel like I actually kind of like. And you can see I did some of the things. With these ones, I actually made, like, formations kind of built up. So this wasn't building up to an incline like we did over there, but this was just, like, piles of rocks on the outside of it. And I think these look really nice. And I want to do more of these in general, not just by water, but, like, around. And so we're probably going to do that soon. That being said, however, that is all I'm really going to have time for today. I've still got a bit of a headache, and I really don't have a lot of time to record today, and I still got to edit this episode today as well. So, sorry, this episode was, I mean, it was a simple episode, and we just kind of talked about some terraforming and building tips a little bit. And I'm guessing it'll probably be shorter, but sometimes I say that, and it isn't any shorter, because I'm not great yet at guessing how long things are going to be, you know, when I'm recording. Eventually, I'll get that down, but I'm still pretty new to this YouTube thing, so I guess we'll figure that out eventually. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope what I said was helpful and it gave you guys some inspiration to not just... Because, like, so much of the time, you know, we come here and the world is already generated and we think that part of it's done, but there's so much work that we can do to help build our world and make it even cooler. And I hope that you guys have some inspiration to go and do that with your world and make some cool stuff. Not just buildings, but also making the nature part of it look cool as well, because that's one of my favorite things to do in this game. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to leave a like. I'd love a like. Those actually honestly really do help. And subscribing if you're not subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe because I'm going to keep doing more episodes, and pretty soon we've got lots of fun plans. Maybe we'll build a river, and soon I want to build a library, add on some more buildings to our base so it's not just all in this one area. Things like that I really want to do. And I hope you guys, I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this. Keep being your beautiful selves. I will see